Hi, ladies.
Hi.
It's ladies' night. That means we got all the ladies here. We've got the crew. The crew is here. We have M. How's it going?
Hi, good to be back. Another
What time?
Tuesday.
What time is it for you, M?
2:20 a.m.
This is crazy. I love it. Joe, how are you?
Josh, I'm good. How are you?
Good, good, good. What time is it for you, Joe? 2 a.m. also, since you're in the UK. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Yep. It is 2:22 a.m. angel numbers here in London, England.
I love it. I love it. For those of you that don't know, when Joe first started coming around the community, I was like, "Wait, aren't you in the UK?" And Joe was like, "No, no, 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 no."
When
So,
he literally knew that I was on the East Coast.
hey now, come on. We don't need to go into detail. We just need to know it happened. Jenna, hello. What time is it for you?
Hi, same as M. It's 2:22 a.m.
You guys are crazy. And Henna, are you still awake?
You.
Blame me? Oh yeah,
I'm
sorry.
alive,
I'm
don't
late.
worry.
I'm late. You're alive? Okay, good, good. It's also 2:22 for you?
Unfortunately,
Yeah, or 2:23 now.
we're
2:23.
literally sacrificing our sleep just for you.
I know. How did I become like worth that? Thank you. Appreciate it. And then yeah, I am. I really am. And then we got Jeannie. What's going on, Jeannie? What time is it for Jeannie?
It is 9:23 p.m. here on the East Coast, so same as
Hey.
Joe.
There you go. All right. Well, we have a topic or two. It's kind of they may be one and the same, but the first question that we're going to dive into is, what is your dream Switch 2 game? And then the second topic we'll go through, and so again, some people may have the same answer for this, but what is a retro game or a game from your childhood that you would love to see make its way back to the Switch? So M, we're gonna kick it off with you. I hope that's okay. What is your dream Switch game or Switch 2 game?
So, when you said dream, I went beyond the realms of what I think is actually possible.
I love it. I love it.
I can't see this coming to the next Switch, sadly, but there's still in my heart a glimmer of hope, and I know I'm so not alone. So, I would love to see the return of The Simpsons Hit and Run, which was first on the GameCube. It was pretty sort of like multi-console, so it went to the PS2, it went to the Xbox as well. But there is still so much love for that game. Every time I see a stream of it, I sort of watch. I can't help it. There's just so many fond memories. And actually, when I started then thinking about it more and probably getting my own hopes up, I was thinking how fun that game would be as a handheld. It's obviously not something that I've experienced it before. But yeah, I know there's so much excitement for that game, and it's like rumors here and there. But if I had one pick, that would be my pick for any game every time.
I want a few more details. Where did the love for this game come from?
I think it was definitely a bonding experience for me and my older brother. So he is 7 years older than me. It started off by me sort of creeping into his room, trying not to be discovered, and then sitting and watching as a way of spending time with him so that he wouldn't kick me out of his room. And then eventually, as we started to get on a bit better, he would be the one. I'd be like, "Oh, can you please do this mission for me? Can you do this mission? I want to go to the next level." Whereas I'd go around sort of like drive into the loop of the map and killing all of those like the camera wasps in the game. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, please get to know. It's such a good game. So yeah, and now I can't remember how old I was, but obviously like you move on from like the PS2 and the PS3 and things, and I was like, oh, I need to play this game again. And it was like the most economical way I could do it was to buy a secondhand GameCube for 15 quid and then the game for 8 quid, and I was set up. So I eventually then gave that to my brother. He's got sort of like a whole gaming hub, if you like, in his house. His newest edition, a 77-inch TV to play that on. So now when I go visit him, we sort of just speed run the whole game, and it hasn't lost its touch. Like I remember the dialogue word for word, like the missions, everything. I'm grinning ear to ear just talking about it. And I know just from seeing like streams, even like every day, people are still so in love with this game. It's just timeless. So yeah.
I love that. My kids were no different when it came to that game. Like, and they weren't even really big Simpsons fans. Were you a big Simpson fan, or was it just the game itself that really pulled you in?
No, I wasn't. I'd say my brother, yes, but even he would like he loves it outside of that franchise, if you like. But yeah, I think maybe I mean I know there's maybe talk around it as like a kids version of sort of GTA and that kind of style of game, whether that was what sort of opened the doors. But I just like I don't know. It's in a way it's so simple but just so effective. And I don't have a bad word to say about it other than that there hasn't been a remake. So um yeah.
Yeah. Hit and Run and Road Rage were both very, very well received, and I played way too much of those. Probably, I know I played some on GameCube and some on Xbox as well. And like I said, I recently like. Do you ever end up like moving a shelf or something, and then you find a disc, and you're like, "Hey, I've been looking for that." Like, I found Hit and Run the other day because, especially my daughters were always like, "Hey, you need to set up an Xbox so we can play this." So
Yeah.
definitely a well-loved game. And there is it's not quite the same, but there is a new Sega has a new Crazy Taxi coming out that is supposedly going to be like open world, which is kind of interesting. So it may scratch that itch, but I don't know. I think the combination of Simpsons and that arcade like taxi style,
Yeah.
GTA style, like it just really worked. It was like the perfect combo.
It was a magical time of gaming. And in a way I suppose the one pro I have of them not remaking it is that it's not tarnished, it's not ruined, it hasn't disappointed me in any way. Um, but yeah, just having sort of like a means of an accessible way to play that game, like I said, I don't have the PlayStation 2 anymore. The GameCube is sort of literally comes out just for that game. So yeah, that is my big dream, if you like. So
All right. I love it. I love it. Well, Joe, you are up next. What would be the dream release when the Switch 2 comes out for you?
Well, first of all, I just want to say, I was grinning ear to ear when you said that because I almost chose like the same game to speak about tonight when I was, getting my notes together and thinking about what games. And literally almost to a T, the same story of just like sitting and watching my older brother play it, very rarely playing it myself,
for
and
sure.
playing it very poorly when I did. But I just wanted to say like that's so funny because that game is definitely up there for me and a comfort game for me. And I fall asleep to speed runs of it all the time. I absolutely love that game. So I'm right there with you. And it I wanted to say that because it's actually also similar to the game I'm gonna mention for my dream like Switch 2 game. Like same kind of story from the GameCube, watching my brother play it. And also, I played it myself as well, but just not very well. And to this day, I am not good at it. But I would absolutely love to see a Sunshine 2 because unpopular opinion, I think it's one of the best 3D Mario games. I love the lore to it. I love the voice acting. I love the storyline, the grand introduction of Bowser Jr. And me personally, and I know me and Josh have had this conversation with like Galaxy, but like I like the Mario games to have substance like that. I like there to be a storyline. I just think it makes it
Yeah.
so much more interesting and fun. And even though I have never beaten Sunshine, both on the GameCube/Wii, since you could play GameCube games on the Wii, and I also do have 3D All Stars to play it on the Switch. And I've maybe got like 2 stars in it because I am so horrible at that game. But I just would love a Sunshine 2. I just think it would be so amazing to see Mario on vacation again. The cutscenes of like the airplane landing on the airstrip and all the tropical places to go. I just man, I cannot talk better about that game. I just think it's so good, especially for its time when it came out. Like I just think it was ahead of its time, and I would love for Mario games to return to that, even though I don't see it happening. That would be my dream.
What would you love to see Flood do that it didn't do in the first game, or do you have a shtick in mind that you would love to see with Sunshine 2?
I mean, I feel like you could bring any power up to Flood, like Fire Flood, um, maybe like Ice
Mud.
even.
What about Mud Flood?
Oh, you could do Mud Flood. I mean, but
I
Mud Flood
just
would basically be like it would make me think of all the what is it? The poison from the piranha plants. What are they
y-
called?
yes, yeah, exactly, yeah.
I feel like it would defeat the purpose. But I don't know. I would just love to see just part 2, like a storyline, the voice acting, introduction to new characters and background story to that. Like, there's no looking up you have to do. You're getting the answers. Like this is Bowser's son. He thinks Peach is his mom. You know, like they just answer all the questions for you. He got his magic paintbrush from EGAD, which is also the creator of Flood, which is also the creator of the vacuum
The
in Luigi's Mansion.
Poltergeist.
Yes, the poltergeist. I couldn't get the name out. But yeah, it's like I just love I like the substance and just another Mario game with substance, especially like a part 2 to Sunshine, I think would be absolutely incredible.
I love it. That's great. Well, Jenna, you are next, and I'm gonna try and guess. Are you ready? I'm gonna try to
No, you're
guess
wrong.
yours.
No, I know what you're gonna guess, and you're wrong.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Okay.
Well, no, wait, no, because it could be two things.
Should I guess?
Yeah.
Tamagotchi life.
No,
Okay. Well.
I saved myself from that absolute pain.
Okay. All right.
I'm not, no, not getting my hopes up.
Okay. Well,
But
then go ahead. Let's hear the dream game.
I really, really want New Leaf to come to Switch, but I know it's like already amazing on 3DS. But if they made it so that like not only you had the original dialogue and like the original game, but they added like the design features of New Horizon, like designing outside and stuff, and like actually being able to do like decent designs on your island or your village, but I just think we need something good in Animal Crossing because like New Horizons was amazing when it came out, but it's been years now and it's lacking so much, and New Leaf just has so much more to it. And I just know I just love it on Switch. It'd be so much better.
So let's dream a little more together. And what if Nintendo released a Animal Crossing collection?
Well, see, that's like the biggest dream. Like all of the old Animal Crossing games just on the Switch would be like 3D All Stars, but Animal Crossing, like
Yeah.
that would be amazing.
Yeah, it's a shame that there's so many people that will never get to experience the very first game that was
Yeah, I haven't,
yeah,
and
and
it really annoys me.
it's there's charm to I should fire it up someday on stream and
Yeah.
and let you guys see it. It felt like the impossible game to beat though. It was like it seems so big and then you compare it to New Horizons or New Leaf and you're just like, wait a minute. Like
Yeah, see that's they just added so much more to the old games, and it was like not that New Horizons doesn't have a lot of like things in it because the designing is like amazing in it, but it just more feels like a decorating game. Like it's like Happy Home Paradise was no different to the actual game. Like New Horizons doesn't have much like of a story. New Leaf and like Wild World as well. Like the just the dialogue in itself, it's just amazing.
well
That was actually going to be my realistic pick, Jenna, like sort of like an Animal Crossing, because like that's totally doable, right? Like there's
Yeah, I don't see that why they wouldn't do it. If they don't,
Right.
I'm
I was
done.
also gonna say, like, since I brought up a GameCube game and so did I would hope that, like, part of my dream is that Nintendo brings GameCube and 3DS games and more to NSO
Yeah,
so that they can bring
just
those games,
they're lacking
back
that
remastered on the Switch.
because it's not like not to like criticize the online game like the Nintendo Switch online games, but like obviously I don't they're not aimed at me. I've never played any of them. Like there's no games on that I would really like sit there and play for ages. They could
I
add so
agree.
much more to that, like so much more.
Yeah, early 2000s Nintendo games I think deserve
Mm-hmm.
its own
Yeah.
like place in the world of Nintendo for
Yeah, that's
sure
like a
because I think
different
that's the core of
category
it
of
all.
games. Yeah, that it literally made them as a company. Like not like it did, because without the
Yeah.
DS, there would be no Switch.
Yeah. Developmentally
The DS is
so
just amazing.
because I know you love Animal Crossing, I will
here we can appreciate
yeah,
our,
there's
3D games being incorporated.
yeah, the on NSO there is a game called Harvest Moon, and it's back when Harvest Moon was good, like very
Yeah,
good.
Harvest Moon is I have played it. It's probably the only game on it I'd probably play it. Harvest Moon's very good. I loved it on 3DS as well.
Yeah, yeah, it's good on it's good on Super Nintendo and on 64. So I
Yeah.
recommend checking those out. But keep in mind, an upcoming episode on NPC is going to be your top 15 NSO games. So you might get some gems that you can go and check out very
Yeah.
soon. So we'll find something for you. All right. Well, Henna, what is your dream game for the for Switch 2?
such a difficult one. I mean, I obviously agree with the others about how, with GameCube games, like a lot of them, they do really need to come to the Switch. Like obviously, like M said, The Simpsons Hit and Run. And I also love the Scooby-Doo games as well. But I suppose just to give like a bit of range, I guess I could say maybe this game called Rhythm Thief and the Emperor's Treasure. It was on the 3DS.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's amazing. That's an amazing game. Sorry.
I know,
That
I
is
love
just
it so much. It was my first 3DS game, and it actually introduced me to rhythm games in general. And yeah, I just really loved it. I still love it. I even played it like a few months back, and I just love the whole sort of obviously the music, the rhythm mechanics, like the cheesy storylines and all that stuff. Um, and again, it's been like way over 10 years now. I'm quite surprised that they haven't really had a sequel. So, yeah, I mean, that would be quite the game to sort of have on the Switch too.
Mhm.
Interesting. I'm looking at screenshots of this right now, and
It is amazing.
I know.
so did you play
I
Rhythm
remember
Heaven?
It was trending on TikTok a while ago as well.
Oh.
Probably a few years ago now.
Yeah, it was.
Like the songs.
Okay. Did Henna? Did you play Rhythm Heaven?
Yeah, I did. I think after playing Rhythm Thief, I got into games like Rhythm Heaven, Space Channel 5, the Final Fantasy rhythm game things that they had as well on the 3DS. Yeah,
Bring Rhythm Heaven back. That's like a
they do.
good game.
What about Elite Beat Agents? Who played that one? Anybody?
Oh, I played.
Never heard of that. I love the name.
It is a very it's a comical game for sure. So okay, well, Rhythm Thief. I like that. I've never even heard of Rhythm Thief until tonight. So I kind of love that. Also, it's not cheap. The game is very expensive. Even a loose copy of just the 3DS game is $100.
Wow.
That much? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So hopefully
I
you
feel
still have
lucky
it.
to have it.
I still have it, yeah.
Good. If you have it in the box, it looks like it's going for as much as $250 to $330. So
Ooh.
yeah.
You can make some bank.
Yeah, you could buy that Switch too, but don't hang on to it forever. Okay, well, Jeannie, what is the dream game for you making its way that you'd love to see make its way to Switch 2?
So this was a really tough one for me, Josh, because we were blessed with this last release of Nintendo games with like super, the Peach games have come out finally, and then we've got, we had the new Wario come out a couple years ago, and we had Mario RPG. Like, there's so many things that were such a dream that got released, quite recently. So I'm like, dang, what do I say? So I went back into like my brain archive, and I thought to myself, what hasn't been released or re-released onto a Nintendo console in a while? And I thought of two things. I thought of Soul Calibur, and I also thought of The Sims. Those were
Yeah.
two interesting games to choose for me because I know Soul Calibur at some point was pulled from Nintendo and kind of just, they stuck to the bigger consoles, TV console kind of thing instead of handhelds. So which wasn't surprising. It's one of those things that people love to play online and so on and so forth. But our technology has changed so much. So I feel like if they brought it to handhelds, it would be really fun. Be super fun, As well as with The Sims, I kind of want to dive a little more into that because I feel like that's a classic and something that is an archive in itself.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's like where my brain went on this topic.
What is your history with Soul Calibur?
Soul Calibur, believe I first played it on the GameCube, and they had Link as a bonus character, which was kind of amazing. So you got to fight all these characters with them, and it was one of those things. It's a nice, it's challenging. It's a challenging game, and I have a big history playing with it with my sisters, and growing up, getting to really get into that kind of fighting game without having it to be your typical Street Fighter or Tekken, which I do love also. But I thought this was a nice, a different spin on a fighting game, and I loved it. So that's kind of my only history with Soul Calibur, but I really truly loved it.
No, I love it. Soul Calibur is a fantastic series. Like, I was very into it when it first came out in the arcades. Absolutely loved when I think it was Soul Calibur 3 is what came out on Switch, or I'm sorry, on the GameCube.
Yes,
And
that
then
was 3. Mhm.
yeah, it was so good. So good. And then 4 was also amazing, and it had Yoda on the Xbox 360.
That's right.
Yeah.
I never got a chance to play that one. But I want to now. Now I have an excuse to go steal someone's Xbox.
Yeah, no, it's really good. And you could play as Star Killer as well from the Force Unleashed games.
Oh
and he was
wow.
just a
Okay.
really fun character. So
Oh.
no, that's a great choice. But what about the history with Sims? What how many hours has Jeannie put into Sims?
Okay, we can't count that far because then we're gonna expose how old I am. Okay. However, Sims, I have a really big history with Sims from like the very first game released for Windows, and then it got incorporated over time as they came out with like Sims 2. Sims Busting Out was a huge one for Nintendo. That game, if they re-released it or did some sort of collection of what they've released on Nintendo for the Switch
Mhm.
2, it would do so well. It would do so freaking well.
Sims
It's
on the
like
DS was like different game. It was mental, to be honest. It was so good.
so good.
I
It's
loved
less.
it.
It's so much it's an easier
Terrifying.
going. It's so much easy going on the handheld versus like clicking around a PC.
Yeah.
But definitely more relatable. I feel like too because they made such development to like being able to give them personalities and different careers and things like that, and just
See,
I,
imagine Sims 5 came out on Switch too.
that would be amazing. I'd
Because that's
cry.
meant to be multiplayer as well. It would be like the perfect
Yeah.
console for it to come to.
And then
A
I'd
little bit.
have to make every single one of you get the game and play with me.
I would be getting it, don't worry. I love Sims. My laptop is like gone from all the mods I have for Sims. All the nice hairstyles and all the outfits. It's like takes like 10 minutes to load.
I can only imagine because your little crazy self must make that thing go off. That poor PC must be
Oh,
smoking.
it is the best game ever though. It is because you can just do whatever you want.
Yes, I agree. And I feel like it's a really good game to kind of get into when you don't feel like doing a bunch of quests and you don't feel like doing a bunch
Mhm.
of like, sometimes our brains get a little bit like, okay, this is too much. I can't play for more than
It's
a
a
few
very
minutes,
good
you know?
game to start off if you haven't like gamed before as well. Like because it's very like
Yeah,
chillaxing at your own pace.
for sure. I agree. So much fun.
I love it. I love it. Well, let's circle back to M. And if you don't have an answer for what retro game or a game from your like M, you kind of went with a retro game right off the bat. But if you have, do you have a second one that you would love to see um make its way to the Switch too?
Yes and no. It sort of ties in a little with Jenna's answer from before. So, um, Animal Crossing New Horizons was my first Animal Crossing. I got it in December. It is now July, so I haven't even done a full year. So I'd love to see some of those retro elements, those older elements in the sort
Mhm.
of next game, if that makes sense. Just so, I mean, I know it's on me that I didn't play this, but I'd love to sort of carry through the series. Um, and I was thinking earlier, like I'd love sort of like a puzzle element to it. I know you get like these little mini quests of helping different islanders and things.
Can I just
But yeah,
say you'll love Hello Kitty Island Adventure then?
oh my god. I'm not sure about that one, but
No,
I'll
you
have to
will.
take
It
your
is
word
like
for it.
Animal Crossing with puzzles and quests. It is like 10/10.
Um, but yeah, I don't know if that specifically answers your question. Like you said, I sort of did it a bit backwards, but um, that would be like a touch of retro that I'd love to sort of see and get more involved in.
I no, I'm here for it. I mean, it goes right along this, like right along with talking about it being like a collection, and
Yeah, sure.
being able to jump in.
I've seen like videos of how brutal the Islanders were back in the
Mhm.
day. I feel like I got off lightly, and
I miss it.
all these Rossetti threats that I've never experienced for not saving my game properly.
Bring
So
back Rossetti.
Nah, see,
Listen,
I had
what a
to ask how to spell I'm dumb whenever he would like make you type it out. It was like the most humbling thing ever.
this is what I haven't experienced and would like to. So, um, yeah, Nice to be humbled every now and again.
See it me as a child.
No, I love it, and I'm all for like my kind of hope for this next Switch is that we start to see more full collections of games make their way. So
Yeah.
like every
Yeah.
Zelda game, every Animal Crossing game, every
Yeah.
Mario
Everything.
game,
Literally everything.
yeah.
Or if it's a
Yes.
new game, to please bring back some of the old characters, because I feel like there's just been so many amazing characters that have been just like dumped off.
It's true. True. Very true. So, Joe, how about you? I think I have an idea of what you might say, but we'll have to wait and see. What would be a game that you would love to return from your childhood?
Okay, well, I think you know. Do you want to answer it for me?
Would it be Nintendogs?
No.
Really, really good one though.
Mhm.
No, sir. I think you've got me confused with someone.
No, where I confused myself is I was like, wait, no, not a game from her childhood. She wants Mario Galaxy 3, and I'm like, that's not an old game. That would be brand new.
Well, I mean, maybe for you. Not trying to aid you here.
Okay.
It's my childhood. It might not be your childhood though. Well, yes, that would have been my answer. Is Galaxy 3 all the way, full send, please, because I just love that game. Even though I'm kind of fake. I never finished 2,
I
but
never
I
finished
mean,
one.
you gotta finish 1. Oh my god, please.
The anxiety is so real, Joe. It's so
I
bad.
will be your backseat driver if you allow me.
Yes.
I got you. But yeah, I would definitely say Galaxy 3, or along with like what you said about bringing like full collections to the Switch, like yeah, Animal Crossing. Y'all don't know the pain of your, which I didn't experience until I was 21 years old. The pain of your, because there's no way to keep like a villager on your on your island, on your town. Like if they decide to move out, they leave, and the pain of your favorite like
Yeah.
villager leaving. Oh my god, y'all! I cried at like 22 years old when Goldie left my town.
Oh,
Have
Like
you
same.
seen the
how
meme?
how dare she? You know, like there's
That's like
just so
when Biff
much,
left me. Biff left me
right?
and I sobbed. He's my
Right? Exactly. So there's just so much to experience. Um, if Nintendo decides to bring back, older games. So yeah.
What,
Have you
Joe,
seen
was there a
Joe?
game?
Was there what?
Was there a game when I said I guess Nintendogs? Was there another game that you were like that you would love to see?
Galaxy 3.
Oh, okay. Okay. I
That
was
was
just
that was my
curious
answer.
if there was an older game that you were thinking of as well.
Just
Gotcha. Okay. And what were you gonna say?
Sorry, I was wondering if you guys have seen sort of like the viral meme about it, where it's like, I mean, it's probably a true story for some poor soul, but they're like, oh, I got banned from playing this game as a kid because this islander left without me knowing, and I cried so hard I threw up on the carpet. Just
I
like,
have seen that meme, and like the mom was like, "You can't play this game anymore because it's upsetting you too much."
I mean,
it's
my
a
mom
canon
did that to me
event.
with Zelda, so I feel you. I feel you, person who created the meme.
I love it. I love it. Well, Jenna, is there a game from your past that you would
This actually like popped into my head there. Michael Jackson, The Experience. I need that on Switch. Like that was the best game ever. I love that game. Like I have it for weight. I guess in my room right now. But like the graphics, I just need the amazing graphics with the Michael Jackson songs in a dancing game, and then I'm complete. That's it.
Why do you want this on a handheld, Jenna? I gotta know.
Oh no. So that I can bring it everywhere. I can dance
I
to
just
Michael
wanted to hear
Jackson
you say
wherever.
it.
I'm looking at the screenshots of this right now. This is crazy. It was on 3DS.
Yeah, I have it
was
on
it?
my Yeah, I have it on my DS as well. It's like you move the stylus and the moves. It's very weird. But the Wii one was so good. But I used to like get scared of the Thriller one. Like I refused to dance to it because I
Is it
was
the
terrified of
zombies?
I was terrified of the actual like music videos. So like when I heard the song, I'd just run.
I also love that when I Googled it, Duck Dynasty the DS game also showed up in the list here. Like what? That's the one Henna wants back is Duck Dynasty, right, Henna? No, what game does Henna want to
Wait,
see come
what?
back?
Duck what?
Duck
Duck
Dynasty. It's
Dynasty.
just those guys that like go duck hunting and they all have really big beards.
Oh, okay.
Why do they have a 3DS game is my question.
Yeah.
You took the question right from my mouth. I'm like, why does this exist?
Oh, great. Now I got to click on it. Okay, let's see. Little side little tangent here. Oh, okay. Well, when I clicked it, the Amazon listing brought up Michael Jackson The Experience 3D. So, sorry.
Oh,
Oh
that
my
is just-
god. Not the clickbait.
Michael
It's a
Jackson's
sign.
in disguise. It's fine. He's just in
It's a
disguise.
sign.
Here we go, you guys. You guys ready for this? Here we go. About this item, Duck Dynasty, $5.95 on Amazon Prime right now. 3.6 out of 5 stars. Call in ducks to your blind using a variety of calls and then fire away. Hunt Louisiana wildlife, including squirrels, frogs, and fish, for Miss K to cook her famous dishes. Join Jace in duck call room antics as you sneak around the warehouse to trick Willie. Ride around the swamps, forest, and town on your ATV. So there you go.
Imagine
Oh my
actually going to
God.
buy
This
that
sounds like a
game and
trip to
getting so
Florida.
excited. Like, imagine being excited about your ducks and it's a Michael Jackson game.
Well, next to the Michael Jackson game, they had the Duck Dynasty. So I was like, oh, here we go. Here we go. We can, and I mean, this looks like just such a cash grab. It's
You
crazy.
can buy them both
But,
at once.
Yeah. But Hannah, how about you? What's another game you'd love to see? Maybe something from your childhood on the Switch too.
I mean, obviously there's quite a lot. But if I had to pick one, I mean, I'd probably mainly say this because I feel like, Nintendo's just sort of thrown this franchise in the closet. I'd say like F-Zero. Like I remember playing, well, my first F-Zero game was Maximum Velocity, which was on the Game Boy Advance, played on the 3DS. And then I also remember playing F-Zero GX on the GameCube. And
Okay.
I feel like obviously since, well, I think the last F-Zero game was F-Zero Climax, which was only released in Japan for the Game Boy Advance. But yeah, since then, like there's been no sort of new games for F-Zero, apart from obviously that F-Zero 99 that's on the Switch, but I mean that's not necessarily like a new game. But yeah, it'd be really nice if they were to make a game that's like very similar to F-Zero GX, especially like, if you were to play online, like, because obviously it's that really fast-paced racing, and I can definitely imagine so many people definitely would get into the game series. So yeah, I would say that's like one franchise I would love to see back on the Switch.
That's a great choice, and there's a lot of people with you on that one. Like, bring F-Zero back, please, Nintendo, please. We all want that. What was your first experience with F-Zero?
Well, when I first played Maximum Velocity, yeah, I really loved the mechanics, even though again it's obviously quite an old game. Obviously the racing and just
Did we lose Hannah? Maybe. Oh, maybe
I
not.
thought my phone died there.
Uh-oh. No, I
It
think
just went silent.
let's see if Hannah's still here. We'll give her a second. You still
Oh
here,
my
Hannah?
god, I'm back. Sorry.
Yep. No, you're good. Is Henna still here? That's the question. Let's see. Well, we don't know what happened. We don't know what happened. Maybe, hopefully, the technical difficulties will subside. But while we wait to hear from Henna again, finishing up F-Zero, Jeannie, how about you? What's another one from your childhood that you would love to see make its way to the Switch?
Man, I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
I don't
I'm
know.
sorry.
I just drew a
Silence
blank.
for. No, I think my internet went off for some weird reason. What the hell?
Oh,
Oh, Henna's back. All right.
I'm sorry.
Let Henna answer first while I marinate on that question a little more. I've been trying to decide. It's just so many.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Henna, you can keep going on the old F-Zero. You said you played Maximum Velocity first?
Yeah. So I obviously played that first, and for me, it was more of a sort of cozy kind of game to play at the time. And whereas with F-Zero GX, that was like obviously more sort of fast paced, very thrilling. Obviously, quite a bit of storyline to it as well, and it kind of made me think that how come like Nintendo hasn't really pushed this franchise a lot, because there's so much potential with this game, especially with the sort of really fast racing. I mean, if everyone really loves Mario Kart, then of course they're gonna love a game like F-Zero. So yeah, I mean, I just really hope that they.
Oh, and we lost Henna again. The internet just said, "Oh, wait, Henna's back. Henna's back." Oh, right as I put Henna back into the studio, it disappeared. Where
Oh my
Henna,
God,
can you hear me? No, you're
Yeah,
good.
I can
You're
hear you
good.
now.
We're doing it live. It's all good.
You guys messing with the internet this time, seriously.
Everybody in your house is like, "Hey, we need a power cycle right now. This is the best time."
Everyone should be asleep around this time by now. So I mean, I don't know.
I just love that you called F-Zero a cozy game. Like, that is the best thing I've ever heard. Like, I love it because I
I
remember
mean, I would say it's
just
more like
sweating.
the retro games, like in the older F-Zero games. I'd say is more cozy. But I think something like F-Zero GX, that's like more thrilling, because that's like really quite fast paced. So yeah, I mean, I just really hope Nintendo kind of pushes this franchise, because there's like so much potential. I mean, if everyone loves Mario Kart, of course they're gonna love something like F-Zero.
It's a really fun franchise, and yeah, I'm glad to see that they brought us at least F-Zero 99, and hopefully there's more to come for sure.
Mhm.
Well, Jeannie, you've had a little extra time to marinate on the question. Did you come up with any series that you would love to see make its way back to the Switch?
I did, and it's probably not considered retro, and I apologize, but Wolverine's Revenge. I would love to see that game remastered and brought to the Switch.
This is like an Xbox 360 PS3 game, yeah?
No, it was released for the handheld too. It was for Game Boy Advance as well.
Oh, on Game Boy as well. Okay.
So I'm kind of
I'm gonna
going that route.
look it up real quick. So is that where you played it? Did you play it on Game Boy?
I did when the Advanced SP was out. That's when I was like consistently playing this game through and through, and it was such a great handheld game. Super. It was actually difficult. It was super difficult for its time, especially. And I feel like if they remastered that game, they could add a lot more to that, make it even more challenging. And now we have the graphics for it too. So
It's this was an incredible movie game, and you did not see that happen very often. And what a great choice. Like, I'm looking at the Game Boy Advance box art right now, and the Xbox, the GameCube, and the PS2. And yeah, it was a good, and it looks like it was only rated E for teen. I think there was another X-Men or another Wolverine game that came out later as well that um ended up being rated M. I'm gonna check it right now. I think it was um on 360. Let's see if it's the Wolverine, the Origins one. That one's definitely rated M. So yeah, Wolverine's got a track record of some amazing games, and it was and you enjoyed it on GBA, huh?
I did, and I felt like it was like in that little cusp of having like retro vibes, since it was kind of like one of those one directional games, but not
Okay.
really. You still had to explore, you still had to do, like, you had to fight your battles and do your missions and stuff, just, quest for quest and scene for scene pretty much. And I think it was one of those, just like you said, it went great alongside the movie. It was very
This
well done.
it is it is definitely a side-scrolling brawler, very different from the 3D version that came to the other systems. And it looks like there was even a 2-in-1 pack where you could get Spider-Man and Wolverine for GBA as well. So
And I missed
very
out on that?
yeah,
What?
I guess so. It looks like it.
Dang, I gotta find that now.
Amazon says out of stock.
Of
Shocking, right?
course.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, it's there were some the TMNT, the Turtles movie was also on Game Boy, the GBA. Fantastic movie game. Every now and again there's some movie tie-in games that really do surprise us. So I love seeing that. Well, as we wrap up here, we'll say our goodbyes. If you've got anything you want to shout out, any of your socials that you would like people to follow or anything like that, feel free to do that. We'll start with M. M, do you have any socials you'd like to throw out there?
Don't know, but if anyone hops into the Discord, you will find me pretty easily, and I'm always down to have a chat. So, if you do want to find me, that's where I'll be.
Love it. Love it. Joe, how about you?
I feel like me and Em are just like echoing each other tonight. But yep, if you want to chat, I will be in the N64 Josh Discord, which you should all join.
Jenna, how about you?
Yep, I'll be in the Discord as well, called Giggle Pants.
I wonder why.
No reason.
Nope, no reason at all. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Say hi to Giggle Pants. And then Jeannie, how about you? Any socials to shout out?
Well, I guess I'll be in Josh's Discord. The N64 Josh Discord is open to all, so please come say hi. And you can also follow me on TikTok and on Instagram. It's at Jeannie Weenie.
I love it. Love it. And Henna, how about you?
Yeah, same as others. I'm on Discord, and if you want to chat, especially about Metroid, I'm your gal.
I love it. I love it. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight, and thank you guys for listening. And we will see you all in the next one. Bye now.